Aunt Mary made squirrel soup.
Y'all got some Cajuns over there in Ohio?
No. So you want to hear the whole story? Oh my golly. Okay. So Aunt Mary called us to come up to the farm to have lunch and talk about some family business and things. And she said, I'll make lunch. And she always had lunch ready right at 12 o'clock. So she said, I'll make lunch. She said, I've got this fantastic soup
Mm.
that I want to make. And I said, oh, I'll bring a salad. Oh, great. That would be really nice of you. And so we get up to the farm and the whole family's somewhere else. And she and I are in the kitchen and we're getting lunch ready. And she said, you are going to love this soup. You are not going to believe how good this soup is. And I said, really, what's the secret ingredient? And she turned around and she said, squirrels. And I was like, what? I'm picturing rats dunked into hot water or something. And she said there were some hunters and trappers who were on the farm who used the farmland. And they brought her some of the squirrels that they had, or they had squirrels, and they made broth out of them. They cooked the meat and made broth, and they gave her some of the broth, and she put it in vegetable soup. So she was calling it vegetable soup with squirrel broth. And I was kind of horrified because I thought my family will not eat this. You know, that's not a clean food.
You talked about the fact that our family doesn't eat pork, or we keep biblical food laws, in your family.
Biblical food laws, and that squirrel didn't kind of fit into that. But she's my aunt. She was 90 years old, and I couldn't do that to her. So we went in to sit around the table with my cousin, my aunt, my family, and we all bowed our heads to say grace. And I don't know, I can't even explain it how bad I felt. But I had my hand on my husband's leg, and we said grace, and I squeezed his leg, and he just knew there was something in that soup. He just knew. And fortunately, it was a tiny little bowl of soup, very small, but it was supposed to. And Stuart wouldn't talk to me for days after that. That I did that to him. So
You're just unclean until the evening.
really,
Yeah.
oh, it was lasted for days. But I couldn't do that to Aunt Mary. She already thought I was weird because I followed the Bible food laws.